I regret not going to her homegoing last week. I didn't want to go by myself. I wanted my mom to go, but she had a prior event, so she wasn't able to go. So this is Miss Rebecca Jefferson. Some of you are very familiar with her because she had a daycare. I don't even know how much more. I know I attended it between 1984 and 86. I don't know how much before that she was open. And then my mom told me the year she retired. And it was pretty much a preschool program. And she would basically, preschool and kindergarten wasn't whole day. So we would go to school half a day and then go to her. Then what I witnessed is my mom and her were really close friends. To the point, you see right here, this is me and my brother at Walt Disney World with her and her family who went to Walt Disney World. So that's how close our families were. Granted, her kids were much older than me. Sadly, Mr. Jefferson, her husband, has passed, and her daughter has passed. And we found out probably about 2 weeks ago she passed. And what was so crazy is even though I would type her name on Facebook, I couldn't find anything. And finally I found something. But it was on her daughter. It wasn't on her. So when I finally found out when the funeral was going to be or the homegoing, it was like the day of or the day before. I'm going to go by myself. I'll admit I have not seen her probably since, I can't even tell you. She was a strong woman. Those were the days of corporal punishment. So she had this paddle called Mr. Brown. Sadly, I had a meeting with Mr. Brown, and it was over something stupid I shared with Mom. I said, Mom, I don't know if you remember this or I ever told you this. I said, so the lady who would come and pick us up from our preschools, our schools or whatever, she would bring us and drop us off at Mr. Jefferson. So Miss Jefferson had asked her to get a bucket of chicken. So I'm thinking, because she will fix lunch for us, I'm thinking, oh, we're about to have chicken. I got so excited, was yelling, and Miss Jefferson like, Brian, you need to hush, you need to hush. And I'm just like, oh, we're about to have chicken. You knew Mr. Brown existed. So what prompted me to do that, I don't know. Then it was so I remember beating Mr. Brown on that occasion because I would not hush. Then there was a time I sneaked. She would keep the boys and girls separate for nap time. And our nap time always coincided with her soaps. So I remember trying to sneak into the boys' room, not because I was being fast. I was just being annoying. That's the only word I can say. I just wanted to say that I did it. I don't know if someone dared me to do it or what, but I got caught because it's like I did it one time and I didn't get caught, and I did it a second time. It wasn't. I don't think it was the same day. I remember it happening, but I don't remember if it was the same day or I did it one time and didn't get caught, so I did it again. But the lesson she taught y'all, and then my mom said she went back and watched the homegoing, which I think I'm gonna go back and watch it, where they said the range of students who attended, like they asked everyone in the audience who attended New Hope Kindergarten stand up, and all these people stood up, and they said the range of careers that were represented that she taught. And then what was always the favoriteest time of the year is the end of the year celebration, and it was almost like a graduation. Of course, if you were in preschool and you were just transitioning to kindergarten, you wore like a nice Sunday dress. And then if you were going from kindergarten to first grade, we had cap and gowns. And if I can post the pictures side by side so you can see some of those, because I have images of me at the kindergarten, the preschool, and she would always find some song for us to like dance. Like we had speeches. It was almost like we did Easter speeches, but during this graduation or this promotion ceremony. And then she would play some song, and some of us would dance and some of us wouldn't. I don't remember what I did. I have to ask my mom. Some of us I know were shy. I remember one girl, Stacy, she was so prissy. And I remember it was something about her foot. She wasn't really dancing, but her foot was going from side to side. But y'all, like a lot of us who were in that kindergarten group went to elementary school together, went to middle school together, or if we didn't go to elementary school together, we met back again at middle school. And then at the time when I was in Sumter, we only had 2 school districts. So if you lived in the country, like Maysville and Lynchburg, you went to like Maysville, you had Hillcrest, which was Rembert. But the city limits, everybody went to Sumter High. So if you didn't meet back together in middle school, y'all all ended up at high school, and you remembered each other because we went to each other's birthday parties. Like, she formed a community of people that I'm still in contact with those people to this day. My mom is still in contact with them because of the relationship my mom had with her. My hairdresser, who, if I'm not mistaken, was her sister-in-law for a while. Her name was Miss Alvita. I think Miss Alvita is still alive. But my mom and her would go on shopping trips. My mom admitted, because she didn't live that far from the new house we moved to when we moved across town, and she said Mrs. Jefferson used to put her bike in the back of Mr. Jefferson's truck and ride it over to my mom's house, and they would ride around in the neighborhood as exercise. And the most fun-loving woman you can ever meet. We had some good times. I wish I can remember vividly the lessons, not the times I got in trouble. I wish I could remember those times. I just remember it was a house in the middle of the neighborhood. I remember it was right across from New Hope Church in Sumter, but it was a house. So when you walk in what would normally be a den area, that was our classroom. And she had her tables and chairs. Then you have the kitchen. That's where we would have our lunch. The backyard was huge. And she had her swing sets back there. And then it was a 3-bedroom house. I want to say 1 bath. I might be wrong. It might have been 2. But the bigger bedroom was her office, which was where her TV was housed, where she watched her soap operas. And then the 2 adjacent bedrooms was the boys' room during nap time and the girls' room during nap times. I remember our room faced the back of the house and the boys' room faced the front. So I still can probably travel down that road now and go. I remember exactly how to get there. It's right down the street from, if you're going past Alice Drive Middle School, pass by. I'm assuming that's still a Food Lion to the right. The neighborhood is off to the left, and you have to go around the corner and whatnot. And yeah, rest queen.